Hello and welcome back to Management Snippets. This episode, we are going to cover a very important topic, that is how to get an appointment with the customer. And getting an appointment with the customer is the first and foremost hurdle that a salesperson faces. Because if you don't get an opening with the customer, whatever sales you have to do, you're falling flat on it, right? So you're going to do anything. And once you get a start with the customer, your half work is done. And so, how to tackle this important thing in sales process? So, how to get the appointment with the customer, with the right person? So, let us look into the intricacies of this. So, when a salesperson calls up a customer, generally the call goes into the reception, and the person sitting at the reception is normally a non-technical person. So, especially if you are selling a B2B product and you want to explain how it matters to the customer, the company, how it is going to benefit. So the reception, the person sitting at the reception cannot make head and tail out of what you are saying, and neither he or she would be interested to hear it. So the instructions given to the person at the reception is to avoid such sales calls. The general reaction of any person is to avoid the sales calls which are coming. So you normally get a negative answer from the reception. So how to tackle this? So first of all, if the call is going to the reception, you have to ask for a particular department, or if you know any person by some method, if you can say that such and such person is there in this department, can you please connect to him? So you can try to get this information. In the era of internet, it's easy to go to a website and find out the relevant people in a company, and then when you take a name, you are more authentic. So the receptionist is not going to question you any further, and he or she will connect you to the customer. But in case if you don't know the right person's name, you can take the name of a particular department, saying that such and such department, and be very specific. Don't say that it's a design department. Say that in design department, I want to talk to the person who's taking care of AutoCAD, or talk to a person who is taking care of, say, rotor dynamics, something like that. So that you are more specific. The more specific you talk, you get more authenticity with the listener. So the probability of success also goes up. And another way, so even if you get an audience with the right person, the customer, now it's only the half the thing which is done. So now to impress the customer, especially if you are representing a company which is not that highly branded, you will not be taken very seriously, because the customer will be day in day out hearing things from big branded companies, and he will naturally be oriented towards these branded companies because of obvious reasons. But now, how to tackle this? The best way, I believe, is to tackle this is to talk about not your product, but the technology as a whole. That is you can educate the customer. For example, if you are, I used to sell water treatment plants in one of my previous companies. And then, since at that time, for a short while, I was representing a very, low branded company. And the competitors were all well established, high brands, big brands. So what strategy I or we as all the salespersons in that company used to do was to educate the customer. We used to talk about water chemistry, the different technologies in the water, and for particular water chemistry, what is the best technology should be installed, whether it's a reverse osmosis plant or a demineralization plant, whether they should go a mixed bed unit or a ultraviolet sterilization, or an ACF, that is active carbon filter. All these things we used to do. Educate the customer. Don't give the impression that I am there to sell my product. I'm there to educate you. So that is openly invited by any customer, because any technical customer would like themselves to get educated so that he can put himself in a better light with his management. So educate him. When you educate him, naturally that relation of Guru Shishya will come. That is, by subconsciously it comes, and the person will be inclined to help you. So the best strategy here is to talk about the technology as a whole, and then try to educate the customer on the technology, the newer developments. All these things you cover, especially since you are from a lowly branded company. This is the only way you can get through into the heart of the customer. Yeah, this is all about getting appointments and how to impress the customer, especially when you are representing a lowly brand company. Thank you so much.